What is up, our dudes? Welcome back to another Private Purgatory. I am joined by Faust today,
Hey guys, what's up?
and as per usual, keep submitting those games. Link is in the description with all the rules and whatnot. And without further ado, this is looking to be a very, very promising match. We have the one and only Karagoth facing off against the one and only Nick the Cancer Man. And
187.
yeah, never forget that. And right
I
off the
think
bat,
Nick
uh,
the Cancer Man knows exactly what's up, starting with a K52
a
and a
T80 UK.
T80 UK for his spawn. Not usual that you invest 200 points into a spawn CV, but I guess you can kind of understand why he's doing that against the one, the only, the Karagov.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But I mean, 200 points, kind of a big investment.
Yeah, maybe honestly it'd be better if he
Just a
just unloaded the
T72
infantry CV.
or that, yeah.
He might not have that in his deck, to be fair, right? Because it's not like you build a deck to counter Karagoth. So I assume he has the 80 UK, an infantry CV, and a UAZ. Like, that's what you would... that would be the most logical thing, right? Because otherwise you'd have 2 T80 UKs and 3 TBs, and that just wouldn't work for a normal game. So I assume he has the UK, the TB, and the UAZ. Maybe I think it would be better if he just put the infantry CV in the town and then just spent the 60 points that would have went to the UK, like just 2 OSs or something next to the CV. That would probably even be safer, just because infantry CVs are so survivable, especially when you have a lot of town blocks to move around in.
Exactly.
Karagoth going for his normal strat, more or less. He's got a bunch of healers up the north side this time, not going through the south. I think that's what he usually does. So it'll be interesting to see which path these units take. Zakleman and a Non-Non on the south side, 2 Hobbits, one going down mid, one going to south. And he's actually going to unload, I think, a Manpad squad right next to his Sapphire and Pikut in Delta.
That's actually really good, because in the past he wouldn't really buy defenses right off the bat. But, you know, Karagoth keeping up his trend of always switching it up. Here we go, we have a game start. Does he actually have a command with that Hilo Blob? Yes, he does. It's in the alpha.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so we definitely know what the plan is here. And, oh, the T80 UK is moving with the column. I guess you were right. That's interesting. I guess he
he's
wants
gonna
a
cap the
survival.
2.0? Yeah.
No, I think he's capping Delta. Like, I would assume that's what
Really?
he's
You
doing.
think he's pushing for the spawn? Really?
I mean, he's playing against Karagoth. He knows what's gonna happen, surely. Why else would he start with a T80 UK? And it's not
I
even
think
going
maybe.
to the two-pointer.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, maybe this is what he's doing. Though, like, then again, I played against a few guys. Like, I think Honeybuns did this. I think Poon did this a few times, where they just start with the UK and just use it as a super heavy, and then like whenever it was not moving or attacking, it just be capping and giving them some point ticks. So the bonus is nice. But the 80 UK is actually
Yeah, it's
stopping
actually
the
capping.
2.0.
Yeah, but on that topic, I actually casted a game with Greyhound and Putin a really long time ago, where Putin actually uses the T80 UK on the front line in Charlie. It was actually incredible.
Oh, dude, I've played against that a lot of times. He would always like there was this one game I was playing on Paddy Field, 1v1 Paddy. Like the last minute into the match, well, the last 2 minutes or 1 minute, he'd just move the UK up, everything up. He'd kill all my shit, and then he was just capping my 2.0 with the UK, and I was just
Yeah, it's
was
kind
not
of
a
a what
pleasant
the fuck
experience.
moment, yeah. That Baz
Yeah.
did get gang raped by a lot of those Krezhits and Tunguskas, by the way. But
But
this
the
blob still
honestly,
going
all
strong.
the healers, they're just bypassing all the A. I don't think Nick the Man even notices. Yeah, he doesn't know where it's coming from. I think he would have assumed it would come from the south, so he didn't really send the K52 up north to scout. He was also kind of scared away by that Baz. But this healer rush is going to be really late before it gets spotted. Nick the Man doesn't really know what's going on. He's even calling in PT-76s everywhere. But he's
Yeah,
going to spot this with the TB soon.
he spots it now. And those healers are very, very badly blobbed. If a single heavy missile hits them, then it's gonna be pretty bad for Karagoth. They're calling in
Instant
two
two Tunguskas.
Tunguskas.
Like,
Like,
kind of a miss micro there, though. Like, he could have called them in the same stack, and they would have called in,
yeah,
being
but
called in at the same time.
yeah, I don't think this is good because Tunguskas, as amazing as they are, they're not really close range units, and that definitely shows that
He's
you
just
want to
getting
use them.
annihilated by the
Yeah,
Pepins, yeah. Oh,
absolutely
God. Not even
demolished.
killing a pen. The
Yeah,
thing is, like, the gun actually has quite a long build-up, and for 100 points, right?
yeah, exactly.
Like, the gun's amazing if you can use it at max range. Even the missile is amazing if
Yeah.
you can use it at max range. But there's not much left in his spawn now. I'm wondering,
Oh my
maybe
god,
actually, Nick, you could
T80
have
got
just
wrecked
called
by the
in.
Vulcan.
Should have just called in a 4-stack of Scredgets. That would have been
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, actually, you're right.
Just
And
calling it
the
but
Scredget plus the infantry MG combos at close range is a perfect counter. But he's not unloading them right away.
depends.
Oh, they get wrecked. Was that Splash? Why is that Petin on 1 HP? I don't get it. Maybe the Scredget damaged it, but they
No, I
got
think they were just
stunned.
targeting it.
That looked
No, they were
weird.
targeting it.
Maybe, maybe. And
Yeah, because the other one's on full HP, so they were
yeah,
definitely firing at the
yeah,
one on 1
perhaps.
HP.
The
Tef is
Hauppauge
getting some
unloading
shots up
in
on the CV.
Alpha. Yeah, Tefas in the meantime did spot that CV, but you know, now if Nick the Man moves, then he's compromised here. Surely he will use the spawn.
Compromised either way. This
Yeah.
Tongue will do some decent work at max range, though. He does have the UK, so he does have an opening here. Honestly, maybe he should just move the UK in immediately, because I know this is a really awkward position because he wants to take out the healers, but honestly, every second that he's not trying to countercap Alpha is just another second where things get worse and worse from him. The pens clumped up are gonna go down to splash damage from the Tongue.
Yeah, 1 HP, that's a lucky Petin. But, you know, this is typical Karagoth. He's got Alpha, but very late on the response. He's not calling in stacks of infantry, no tanks to fortify those bridges. I mean, a hammer and a Zelda is just really not enough. And he must be floating so many points by this point because he
He even
hasn't really
spots the
been
Tongue,
buying.
so he could easily
Oh my
snipe it out
god,
with a
oh my
Kurnos
god,
or something, you know?
just look at Delta. Now I understand why he doesn't have points.
A Macabre 3B,
3B.
a
Oh
Maglin, two
my
Maglins.
god.
Honestly, I kind of like this. At least the two Maglins, because you know one of the biggest problems Karagoth has is that he takes the enemy spawn, but then he just loses his own, and then he can't play the match out, right? So
Yeah.
maybe in a way he's kind of like overcompensating for just going really hard in base defense. But Nickman is gonna get the counter cap on here.
Yeah, like he either loses his main spawn or the one he captured. So, oh, Karagoth.
It's rather hard to balance it, but the pattern is still alive. The tongue is out of missile ammo, so there's some good maneuverability, or maybe just sniping it out with the Dorban. Karagoth can still get a lot done because the Scredger in the UK are the only AA left for a Nick the Man hit.
Yeah, and there's 3 squads of Shatets, I'm assuming, and yeah, they can do a lot of damage at that range.
Especially at this close range, it's definitely going to force the UK out, I think.
Yeah, I mean, still that small is no joke. Even though it does minimal damage to the T80 UK on the front, but still, you know, you don't want.
At the end of the day, they have 10 rounds each, and it's not
Exactly.
like the UK can clean them up easily when they're in towns.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's being forced back already here, and Karagoth should take this opportunity to spawn as much stuff as possible here. Any second that he has his spawn, he should just spam out units. And the UK's actually already on half HP.
Yeah, it is. Nick the Man has been chilling there for a while, just letting the Shatets take a shot at him. Oh my god, and the Dorban's now in range. Oh, it's shooting at the
he's gonna get
Tunguska,
the
that's
tongue.
perfect!
Yeah.
That is
oh.
amazing.
Now, just call in a Kunnis and end the game. That's
Yeah.
all he needs to do.
Yeah, I mean, the T80 UK is on 2 HP. But the Dorban got sniped.
Backup CV.
Yeah, but
Karagoth is learning.
Yeah, he's adapting, dude. That's what I've
but
been
like
saying.
By the PT.
Nah, he
You can't
does he
just
have
one
map?
shot to die. He
Yeah.
survives.
Yeah, that's just amazing. What the hell just happened
But,
there?
but like, what does Nick the Man do at this point? Look at his units. He has nothing. He can't even repair the UK. The only units he has
His
are
infantry.
like random infantry that don't even have transports. So I think this is done, dude. Nick
Oh
the
my
Man is
God.
actually gonna lose to Karagoth.
How does this happen? Dude, like... No, there's some weird Eugen magic going on here, especially like with the last tournament and this game now. Like, what is happening to all of us? This is weird.
It's
Oh.
the end. Dude.
Yeah.
It's the end of an era. Too bad Nick the Man, he wasn't a bit, you know, if he was just a month or two earlier on this loss, he could have netted himself a nice $10.
Yeah, that's also true.
He's loaded in one of his squads in the BMP 1D and Bravo, but what is that gonna do?
Oh my, but if this BMP1D brings it back, like that'd be something else. Although
That'd
I'm a
be
bit too
cancer.
hopeful. Nah, not cancer, just pro tactical outplays.
The
Ah,
UK is
the
like
shite
running
that-
for his dear life.
With
Nah,
1
the
HP.
BMP 1D is dead. And that's like the slim hope left, the non-existent slim hope. That's it. Kargoth must have like 500 points right now. He's
Yeah,
like called in 3 Shiatets, a Dorban. And is that Sepha even new? Not even repairing his pattern. He could. He has the fob.
yeah, I
Calling
think
the
that
Sapphire
Cepha is
now.
new. You can tell by the fuel.
And I think that's all she wrote for Nick the Man here. Galgoth actually buying more Sapphires this time for Delta. He really doesn't know what to do if he takes this one. He just kind of waits there for you.
I mean, to be fair, he can completely sit on his ass and still net this win.
Yeah.
It's not like the
But,
previous games where he really needs those 1 or 2 really good moves to secure his victory.
not
Although,
even really good moves, but just like standard logical moves. The UK,
or
I think,
that,
is trying
yeah.
to move through this bridge. He does snipe a Hamer. But honestly, even if he moves through this bridge, this Shriated is actually in position to just take him out as he comes in. Because
Yeah,
the
it's,
small does have 875 range.
exactly, it's never gonna happen. Especially now with 1 HP.
I think
Oh
this
my
will
god.
just end with the UK dying here.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you know what they say, right? He tried so hard and got so
but
far,
in the
but
end, it
in
doesn't
the
even
end,
matter.
what an appropriate time to quote that song.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Ah,
Chester. That fucking sucks,
rest in
man. I
peace.
grew up with that band. As
Really?
much as like we memed about them, yeah, honestly, huge
Yeah, I
part of my
actually kind of like.
childhood.
I kind of liked them when I was a kid too. Even buying in a third backup CV and the
Yeah,
UK goes
it goes
down.
down. I mean,
Congratulations to Karagov, finally pulling it off once more and against Nick the Cancer Man of all
yeah,
people.
yeah, that's actually impressive. I'm honestly impressed. But to be honest, we can chalk this up to Nick the Man just having a really bad response. He started off like looking like he knew what he was gonna do, and then like I don't know, you could tell that he was kind of clueless on where the rush was gonna come in. But instead of buying PT-76s, he could have just spread Skryzets around everywhere. At that close
Yeah, and
engagement in the forest,
especially
it's
when he
perfect.
finally spotted them, instead of 2 Tunguskas,
Yeah,
you could have
exactly.
gone like an 8 stack of Scrudgets.
I
Well, I
mean,
wonder what other. I guess the other things in his ATAG would have been Osus, which wouldn't have been really good, but like an 8 stack of Scrudgets, especially since Paragoth kind of just moves the healers on top of your spawn, which is actually perfect for the Scrudgets because they don't
yeah,
have the
yeah.
range, but they have the DPS.
Yeah, and as I said, unload the infantry plus you get the extra MG fired for suppression. It would have been a perfect combo. But I mean, the 2 Tunguska thing could have worked if it was an open map like Paddy or something, because Karagot's helos were really, really clumped together. So a few good missile shots would have ended that whole rush. But as we said, Tunguskas and CQC, not a good idea.
Yeah, not at all. Especially against like it's okay if you're against one healer or something, but against this swarm, it's just not
Yeah,
gonna work out.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, Nick the Man just not reacting properly, and Karagoth is gonna chalk up. I think this is his second win on Private Purgatory.
I think so too. But his most impressive by far, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Especially since he's actually against a half decent player for once.
exactly. Yeah. All right. Well,
But
that does it for this first match. As per usual, we have another one, so stay around and we'll see you shortly. And welcome back to the second game. We have team 1 is Manda Fuego Señor or whatever, I don't know. And team 2,
Senor Frago.
yeah. And we also have Narwhal. So, 2 relatively low ranked players, so this is kind of true to
I
the
think it's
Private Purgatory
USA
name.
versus Soviets, I think. Oh, it
Uh,
could be NORAD, I guess.
Could be. It could be mixed, like, we'll never know. We just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Nothing deployed so far except for CVs, so.
Yeah, but they're really thinking hard about this one.
Yeah.
Nile does have a fob though, which I guess makes sense for Soviets. Plunging Valley is a pretty, standard map. It's actually really hard to cheese on Valley, so I'm wondering if this is just gonna be. Oh, okay, never mind.
Is it hard to.
San Alfredo starts with a
Longbow,
longbow.
yeah. Is this
I can't
secretly
see that.
you? I feel like this is
Oh
secretly
no.
you.
No, what are you talking about? We all know that I'm secretly Karagov.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point.
How else
But
am I gonna get those sick views, dude? Get that ad money.
yeah, get that AdSense revenue rolling in, boy. But on your point that it's hard to cheese on Valley, I disagree with that. Just look at the top
Really?
and bottom side. There's so much room to maneuver helicopters around.
There's a lot of room to maneuver, but on the other hand, I feel like these just with the size of the map, the way like you go around the edges, it takes forever. It's kind of easy to spot. And another thing is like both in Charlie and Echo, there's actually like a lot of good forest ground to hide your CV and to put a lot of annoying stuff to really slow down rushes and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Alright. I was not expecting that.
The CH-135
No, but like,
gunship. Now that's
it's so
not a
funny.
unit you see
Yeah,
very
very.
often.
But it's so funny because first he places a longbow methodically, and then like a single tap, then another one. And then he takes his sweet ass time, think about what he wants to do. It's like, I think I'm gonna call in 400 points of gunships at once. What could go
You
wrong?
know, right? Back when I was a scrub, or at least not very good at this game, I tried this thing where I think I built an airborne deck, right? To get max veterancy, so I'd have like hardened or I think it was veteran or elite, 2-3 cards of CH-135 gunships,
Oh
and
my
I
god.
just used the I like play against play against the AI and see how many shots it would take to kill a super heavy, right? Because they do 1 heat damage per shot. So like if they have really high accuracy, they actually delete tanks really quickly.
Wait, is that the helicopter with AP rockets?
Yeah, it's the helicopter with heat AP rockets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That thing's actually underrated.
I mean the problem is like you usually don't have enough of them, and they usually have really bad accuracy, with
Yeah.
especially with the range and HP that they're not that great in a normal match. But if you spam them out like this, especially if you have take them on like some sort of spec deck, then they can actually be really good.
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely true, but too bad everything else surrounding that deck is absolute garbage. But speaking of airborne decks, have you ever had the privilege of playing against Ambert's airborne? Like, was it USSR or mixed? I don't really remember.
He played airborne?
Yeah, he used to like a year and a half ago in ranked.
No, I never had the privilege,
Oh
but
my
now
god, that was
I'm kind of
something
curious.
else. Too bad I don't have any
I
replays
know
sticking
Nick the
around.
Man played like red and blue airborne, but no, never against Spambit.
Yeah, yeah, but like Spambert invented that whole idea, so it's kind of like, when people try to fake Karagath, it's not the same thing. Just not as
No,
genuine.
it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I think Senor Fuego has a pretty nice chance, or at least pretty good idea of what he's doing. He's like, look, it's genius. The longbow is escorted by Daps and a Cobra going up the north side as a tactical strike group, and then the horde of CH-135 gunships coming down the south. So when the gunships are spotted and they delete this column, Narwhal's just going to think it's a helo rush coming from the south, right? But then the longbow comes in from the rear, just penetrates.
It's genius.
Deep rear penetration.
Yeah,
Scratcher
although
actually
I
gets
think,
stunned by the Cobra, but it just ends up dying anyway.
yeah,
Cobra doesn't really have much DPS against vehicles.
the strike group at top was not spotted, so this could end really bad for Narwhal. And I'm pretty sure the MI2 did not spot the gunships at the bottom. No, never mind. He's looking at that whole blob right now.
Yeah, he sees it.
Yeah, you can see. And
He's
like,
buying
this is
Scratchers for
hilarious.
base.
This is hilarious because Nick the Man did not call Scratches, but we have a corporal doing the right call. What timeline is this? What?
This is the Dankest timer.
Oh my
This
god.
Corporal's making really good calls. Look at this. His UAZ that he bought
Yeah.
for Alpha, he isn't capping. He's actually moving his entire Foxtrot push. He's just going to
Into
go
Echo,
straight for
yeah.
Echo. Yeah, I think that's what the CV's going to go do. Maybe he's even going to go through mid and just try to take Echo, which is a really nice call, actually.
Yeah. Nick the
Senator
Man,
Frigo's
watch
actually
and
buying
learn.
some- Senator Frigo's actually buying some base defense with Humvees, but that shouldn't be too powerful against all this VDV and in Scratches, the BTR-9 and T62, T72A. The
Those are
BTR-9
base
actually
riflemen.
unloads the GIU. Yeah, he's actually going to come in with the MI2, maybe just suicide it into Echo, just find where the CV is, which I actually kind of like. The BTR-8 is actually even coming from the north side of Delta, so it's actually two prying Echo. This is really impressive.
Yeah, this is very, very good calls by Narwhal here. I'm actually impressed.
Yeah, he even unloads the VDV. Maybe he should move them a bit away from the scratchers so they don't take too much splash damage. Maybe he should have called like one VDV for his spawn point. You know, like the cluster of buildings to the east side of his spawn where the units actually start spawning from. So if his base actually gets like capped or counter capped, he has like a squad or two of VDV there to just kill all the reinforcements the Senior Fuego would call in. But I think he's actually just gonna take Echo here. He's got the
Yeah.
BTR 90s in position. He's got the
He
80As.
spotted the CV as well.
Yeah, he just needs to move this UAZ. He's actually being kind of careful here, which I kind of like. He's being safe. He wants to clear out Delta before he moves the CV up any further.
I mean, it would be a huge loss if he did lose that CV, so yeah, I don't blame him for that. And now, in the meantime,
gunships do come in.
the strike group
get deleted.
Yeah, they do. I guess you.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. These aren't the heat gunships.
No,
These
they
are
aren't.
just
They're the base. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
But
my
still,
bad.
that HE swarm. When you have so many, it doesn't matter.
Longbow just comes in, instantly finds the CV, deletes it. The Scratcher's doing a really nice job though. They took out some of the DAPs. They might take out a Cobra. Oh no, they're actually firing out the gunships, never mind. But they
Yeah.
got some decent damage off. But the biggest thing here is that Senor Fuego doesn't actually have a CV to cap here. So...
Well, he does. He's flying a Huey all the way
Does he?
around. Yeah. He called one in
he
Echo
does. He called
when
one himself.
the MI2 spotted the main command.
Okay, that's smart, because there's no way he's keeping Echo, right? Echo's
Yeah.
gone. Echo's
Completely.
done for. Yeah.
Also, like
Just
how
needs
he
to find
bought
the
an
CV.
Avenger to counter that MI2 that died anyways. When there's like VDVs and T-72s and BTRs in his spawn. It's like priorities.
Avenger, just dies to the BTR 80As, avenging that MI2 there. There's another MI2 in Alpha, so he's gonna spot when these helos reorient. He's actually keeping the gunships. The gunships can't actually find an angle on the lone VDV spot. He's just taking pot shots at them with the MG.
It's just one guy. Oh, that's hilarious.
He's like hidden by the fire, you know.
Yeah.
If this was Black Hawk Down, you'd see him fire the RPG and the helos just start dying.
Oh, that would be amazing in this game if that was possible.
Oh, that would be cancer.
I mean,
You know what though? Because the Twin Huey might actually just fly on top of these two stack of VDVs.
oh, that's true.
He's actually coming for the south edge here because he doesn't.
Yeah. If
that
he's
could be really
unlucky,
bad.
he might be in a lot of trouble.
Twin Huey doesn't have that much HP. It doesn't have armor.
No.
It actually goes to a two stack of VDV, especially with the RPK, with the main rifle. Even if he unloads, that could be even worse because the infantry squad will just have no chance.
Yeah, it would get instantly melted. Oh my god.
Very smart from our friend Narwhal, who instantly calls in a backup CV once he takes Echo. Tungu's gonna follow because he knows the healers will come for him eventually, right? Buying two Tungus is actually keeping the treasures, keeping the BTI 80As in his base. He's just gonna keep everything here to make sure he doesn't lose Echo because pretty frankly, as long as he doesn't lose Echo, I think he's in a really good position here, and it seems like he agrees. The TACOM does get unloaded. The VDV didn't spot it. They must have seen the Twin Huey coming in, right?
I doubt it, because they're kind of deep in the forest and
Yeah.
kind of angled in a weird position, so I'm pretty sure that he didn't.
does call in a two CVs as backup, so
one backup,
that's a
one
good
for
call, at
Alpha.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a decent call. Because the longbow knows Alpha is secure. I think maybe what he's doing here, or at least I hope what he's doing here, is that he's kind of just scouting the edges of Foxtrot, Alpha, and Bravo. That way he kind of knows where his front line is and maybe can transition to playing semi-standard at least. He still has one of the good things here is that he still has most of his helos, and even better, he has Narwhal's fob.
Yeah.
He can resupply all of this.
All those gunships are just back at full fuel almost.
Yeah. So one of the worst things about starting with a fob is not only are you down 75 points at the start, so you can't really counter helo rushes as well, but also when the helo rush succeeds, they can just repair and rearm everything.
Yeah.
Like the longbow right now, he's going back to the fob to start refueling, and he's gonna get a few more missiles for his troubles too.
Narwhal should have turned his
Narwhal's
fob off though. Like, I assume
Yeah.
against a private, that trick would work 99% of the time.
But then again, he's only a corporal, so I doubt he would know that trick either.
I mean, he does better than Nick the Man, so probably. Oh, private
good
purgatory material right there. It really is.
The longbow might actually. Oh, the longbow flies into the VDV here. But the VDV's actually off. All the weapons are off. He turns on the main rifle, but not the MG. So the longbow's just gonna get away.
Oh, that's
That should go
unfortunate.
down though.
Although,
Instant fire control malfunction.
to
Yeah.
be fair, the longbow is kind of a tough beast to take out with infantry rifles just by flying overhead. You really need to stun it and have that sustained fire, because it does have armor, and it does have 8 HP.
Yeah, that is true. But if it flies over enough, especially with the
Yeah.
MGs, you can. It's very, very easy to crit helos that are flying overhead.
Yeah, true.
The Abyss? What's he going for? Is he going for the longbow? Oh, I guess he was
think
trying
so,
to,
yeah.
but it landed. And it should go down. Oh, okay. The Avenger misses the second shot, which is not something you see often. Honestly, 70% accuracy.
Yeah, that thing is beast. Like, it's such a frustrating unit to play against sometimes, and to even play with, because when there's helos,
The range.
the range pisses you off, because you can't kill shit with it. And then a plane flies over that's like 200 points, 40% ECM, and 2 shots goes down. You're like, what is this unit?
Yeah. But then on the other hand, you see all these planes flying like 2450 in range, and you're just like, ah!
Oh yeah,
Jesus
that'll.
Christ.
But once that overhead flying plane happens, it's always a meme-worthy
GG,
moment.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gunships coming in from the north side, but there's a Tunguska here lying in wait, so most of them, if not all of them, should go down.
Yeah, especially being 2 stacked and clumped like that. One well-placed
Yeah,
missile.
they're actually kind of like in 4 stacks if you look at them, if you zoom in.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure he just selected a whole group and gave them a right click. And as you can see, they're getting absolutely shredded. Oh, but the Tunguska getting stunned might even go down.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
The VDV and the GRU are actually doing a lot of DPS here. This is
Yeah,
what we
they are.
mean by overhead flying. The gunships are getting deleted by the RPK. Oh my god. Oh
Wow.
my god.
That was almost
Oh my
instantaneous.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Well, that
Who needs
didn't take long.
Tunguskas?
Yeah. The VDV did actually better than the Tunguska.
The RPK too strong. It's the only AI
Oh
I
my
need.
god. Yeah. Although,
Gotta call up Razman, give the RPK anti plane range and Felsenman balance mode, you know.
make it shoot Iglis. Just like at a continuous rate of fire of 519. That'd be interesting.
I think
Although,
that'd probably break the game.
nah, you think? I mean, people then would just
Any
stop using
models,
air.
dude.
You know that Reddit quote. There's
No, like literally break the engine because it
Oh.
can't handle that many models every second.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. That's actually true. I was gonna say Narwhal kind of doing a weird move, capping Foxtrot instead of 2-pointed first, but then he has this MI8 with the CV rolling in soon, so gonna be at a solid +1.
I think maybe he was moving his CV to Delta, but then he saw the 8 stack of Hilo, so he moved it
Yeah.
to Fox instead.
That's a fair point as well. Although I really like how the map looks at this point. Just both players defending the half of their 2-point sectors, and there's just nothing in the middle whatsoever.
I think it's kind of understandable because neither player really knows where the game is at right now.
Yeah.
They don't really know. The double longbow strike team, though.
Oh my god.
While one longbow fails, 2 will succeed. Oh, the one tap from the longbow. That wasn't intentional, but it still looked cool.
Yeah, yeah. I bet even you can't pull that off, let's be honest here.
Hey, there's a lot of things I can't pull off, to be honest. That's why I watch Private Purgatory, because I learn new things every single day.
As much as we joke about it, that's actually really true.
I like, do you see Renal on the south side? He has like 3 MI2s in a line, just like right next to each other.
Yeah.
He's got one on top of the forest and one like 300 meters away and another one like 500 meters away. He could cover the entire map with this, right? Move the one on the right a bit further out to the right, put one in the mid forest and put one far left. Well, I guess the one on far left won't last very long with 2 longbows.
Yeah, true, but I mean, too bad there's nothing in front of them to spot, so.
Yeah,
Still, it looks cool.
he ran his 2 stack of Huey infantry with the infantry inside them into the GIU, but the GIU just deleted the Hueys and it's
Yeah.
even gonna delete the Cobra here.
But
You
the
don't
Beast,
wanna
though-
fly Helos.
The Biss might do a lot of damage. Oh, 1 HP, that's lucky. He should. I mean, the thing with the Biss is even if you land your longbow, the thing has rocket pods.
Yeah, but another thing with the Beast is that it has 3 HE missiles, so it actually landed both missiles, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't enough DPS. And honestly, right, he could have just fired position with the rocket pod there, because the longbow wasn't moving.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was on low altitude as
Oh,
well,
he
but
takes out
still,
with the
yeah.
gun. Yeah, nice, nice. That's a good pickup here.
Yeah, it is. To be honest, I always kind of get mad when I see these expensive helicopters go down to 80-point planes. Just feels a bit wrong to me, but then again, I'm a salty faggot.
That's a good point. I mean, I think it's good because it actually offers like more counterplay and micro, even if it doesn't make like a lot of sense. I always like mechanics that like make the play interact with the units more, right? Because with the plane stuff, you send the plane out to like snipe a longbow, but the longbow can land, and then you're like overshooting and you're being baited into AA. So there's counterplay from both sides. The counterplay from one side is buying the cheap plane to snipe the expensive helo, but the other guy can like he can use the longbow to bait out the plane, land, or he can land and then get sniped because the other plane's like fire positioned him, stuff like that. I think that's all really interesting.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Although, one
Then
interesting
again,
thing I
I
would
said,
like to see is
sorry, go on.
maybe A helos have a bit more efficiency against planes. That would be a kind of an
Oh,
even more
dude,
interesting
dude.
mechanical way of going
I
about
got
things,
I
but
got so mad one time. I was actually playing Plunging Rally. I was like a major back then, so I wasn't very good, right? This guy had like a 2 stack of Super Cobras in mid. He did like this weird healer rush into mid. So I buy a PU and I send them at the 2 stack of Super Cobras, and then it just gets one shot by both of them. I was like, what the
I mean, to be fair, super cobras are a beast of their own.
They have sidewinders.
Yeah,
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 they have
exactly, yeah.
sidewinders. So of course, like knowing now, like why would I do that, right? That's just stupid. But it was back then. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, it's like, where's the best ASF in the game dying to helos? Did you even see that?
Dude,
Tell me you saw that.
dude, that's the best ASF in
In
the
the
game.
game.
Oh, the longbow's dead, and it's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, we have a Phantom 2
Poison.
coming in for a
And
napalm run.
well, it's gonna be some free damage off. He even gets a really nice angle here actually. Ah, oh, he
Not
overshoots
really,
a
no.
little.
Yeah.
I thought he was going for that forest with the GGIU, but he's just a bit off. Doesn't even get the VDV. He kind of forces them out. Does he even? He could have just moved to the south though.
Yeah, I could have, but I
Oh,
don't know.
the V150 20mm, one of the worst units in the game.
Yeah, 25 points. Wow. That's
That autocannon, dude. That autocannon.
makes the
Wait, he's not even
Hachinana
doing
shaky.
damage.
Yeah. Jesus. But I mean, Narwhal's definitely got this game in the bag. He's got decent control over Bravo. He's making a really good push into Alpha. Though a bit reluctant, but I guess he's waiting for more AA, I think.
Even pushing into Bravo, which is bold,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
like it. There's only that one shot in there. I think he's trying to snipe him with a bit.
Yeah.
I think he's going for the Avenger actually.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good call. Because the GRU spotted both of those units. And now there's
Honestly,
nothing in
like,
Alpha as well.
Sheridan has 2 front armor. Maybe the Bisc could actually kill him, even frontal.
Yeah, it could, but I guess his idea is take out the AA so then you can use your air the second time.
Wow, this thing has 2 front armor.
Yeah, I mean,
Even T-34s have more for armor, don't they?
yeah, but I mean, you have to keep in mind
Mm.
it's a really fast tank with 5 HE. It's amphibious. Like, it's one of those units that's
And now
really
it's dead.
underrated. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't use the Sheridan in the tank tab though. The one in the recon tab is way better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We have another UAZ coming into Bravo, so it's gonna be back at that +1 tick for our man Narwhal here.
Narwhal can just A move into Bravo at this point. There's absolutely nothing there. MI-28 is actually getting some nice work in Alpha. You can just push up this town, snipe that TACOM. TACOM's actually in a really awkward spot because if one of the VDV or GIU squads gets in the town block, they can just kill it instantly because it's got no DPS reduction being out in the open like that. It'll get stunned really quick.
Yeah, that's
Electric
true.
Voodoo.
Although to be fair, Narwhal could just A move into Charlie, not Bravo to be honest, because there's not much stopping him. Ooh, actually snipes that Tunguska. Wow.
Yeah,
With the
it's a nice
first
pickup
shot.
for him.
That's very rare that you see that.
But it's got decent accuracy.
Yeah, I mean 50% still. Maybe in European escalation that accuracy would be decent, but not in Red Dragon. Anyways, we have another 6 gunships being called in to Bravo, but this
I
time
don't
there's
think
also
any to be honest.
any what? Sorry, you kind of cut off there.
Yeah, it's not gonna do very much with the tongue sitting here. And maybe even another massacre with the VDV and the
Yeah,
GIU
it's
here.
flying right
One of the
overhead.
gunships gets picked off by the GIU, the rest get picked off by the tongue, and this one's just gonna die to
Yeah,
the
look
VDV.
how fast they die to
That
MGs.
DPS, dude. Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
To be honest, like it's not what it used to be for helos and infantry DPS. Like back in the day, if you saw a 3-stack of Jaeger in a forest, you could just call in a Hind. But if you tried that now, the Hind would die in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, but that was more a problem with Heinz back then.
Well, to be fair, right?
But still,
That was
yeah.
also back in the day where Jaeger would dead.
Yeah, that's back in the day where like there was absolutely no balance.
You know, so
That
like
was incredible.
you say that, but like how many Jaeger do you have to kill with that Hind to be cost effective?
That's true.
Like 7.
Probably more. Because another thing you have to keep in mind is how many units per card you get.
Yeah, that's
People
true.
people
You get
mainly
you
played
get 4
Eurocorps
Hinds.
mechanized as well, so that was even more
Oh
cancer.
god.
Yeah. Those were the days.
27M in the tongue. Wow, that Rooter actually gets out that dank
Oh, wow.
50% ECM, dude. And one BTRD is actually just fast moving all the way into Charlie. He's gonna find the TACOM.
Yeah, but there's another command squad into like the northern side of Charlie. I'm actually surprised he
Yeah.
has both the Canadian and the American infantry squads. That's
Yeah, it's
interesting.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think that the TACOM kilo, the command squad comes in just a regular M35, but he even has a UAZ CV. So I guess it's 3 cards of CV. So I guess it's okay. It's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess for his playstyle, it's fine. Because that's what he's relying
This
on.
is an airborne deck, I think. This has to be an airborne deck. Because the only A I've seen is the Avenger.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. Did not
Most of
notice that.
infantry is either coming in Humvees or Hueys, and the heaviest tank he's called in was a Sheridan.
Dude, the MLG plays, the CV loaded up in the Humvees.
Yeah, and even more MLG, it's loaded up in two Humvees.
So
when
you
shoot, you don't know which one has the CV, dude. The sick mind games.
get rused. Oh my god, I'm actually impressed. Oh, but these riflemen
VDV
are
actually
moving.
finds
Oh,
the
and the
rifle
Humvees are
with the-
shooting as fire support. The VDV are not on
Yeah,
attack
but
move.
which one is the CV in, dude? Which one
Oh
is the CV
my
in?
god.
Better
This is
pick.
incredible. He misses the
See,
shot.
if he had sick micro, he would. Oh, he's
Stunned.
I was gonna say, if he has sick micro, he should wait until the last second where the RPG is about to fire, and he picks the wrong. He should wait
The
until the
one-
last second the RPG has to fire, and then unload the CV for extra DPS.
Oh my god, that'd be even better. But the CV that was stuck in the mud was a perfect distraction. Lucky him it wasn't the one with the command in it.
Nah, dude, it was all planned. He knew
But
which one was which.
He's moving it back, what is he doing?
It's the baits, dude.
No.
It's gonna unload it. He's gonna unload it the second the RPG fires. I'll show you. Has to be. I believe.
But Narwhal's
Oh my
not
God,
attack
what is he
moving.
doing?
Oh my god, if he gets
Oh, here
out,
we go, here we go.
aww, no.
Aww.
I mean,
Sad.
to be fair, even if he did dodge that, there was a BTRD and an MI-24. Although the MI-24 could be taken out by that Avenger. Not too sure. Not quite in line of sight.
Destroys helos
Yeah.
when in range. Yeah, it just needs to move up a tiny bit.
I'm pretty
Not
sure.
really paying attention.
Does it fire 4 missiles in like short succession or something like that?
Yeah.
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 That makes it extra beast. Although I'm surprised that Narwhal hasn't taken Alpha completely by this point. Still, it's kind of surprising.
He still even found the Bravo CV. He's moving up the GIUs now. He should move the rest of his infantry up, to be honest. He knows nothing's there now. 2 MiG Bisses coming out. This Apache is not long for this world. He overshoots though. Oh, I think he landed.
Redux. I
No,
think
yeah,
I
he's
think
landing,
he just
yeah.
lost line of
There you go.
sight and then decided to just pull back just in case, I guess.
Yeah, but I think he lost line of sight because it started like lowering the altitude to land. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can still shoot on them even when they're low altitude. Picking out the T-72, that was a nice pickup. And Alpha CV forced to pull back, and this VDV squad is still alive in Charlie with some miracle. Like, how the hell did that happen?
He's actually just attack moving to the other side. Might even find. Okay, no, never mind. It's
Yeah.
just that Cobra's being called down.
Not gonna last long.
Yeah. Finally, Narwhal resupplying the screwjets that have been out of fuel for like the past 20 minutes or something like that. Bit of a slow cleanup by Narwhal, but you know, he got the job done eventually, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shame in playing a bit more conservative. You know, he knows that the game is his, secure, and all he has to do is just lock down his victory. There's absolutely no point in rushing that. So yeah, very proper response by Narwhal. Actually, really impressed. And it's also a really nice contrast to the first game.
Yeah, the SU-27M gun running the Cobra.
Cobras doing 1 damage. Oh my god.
BDI-88 just gets
yeah,
annihilated,
absolutely
but
melted.
this is... I think this is it. There's nothing else to say about this one.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
man.
it's been it for the past 20
Airborne
minutes.
NORAD. Or Airborne NORAD, dude. I don't think I've actually ever seen Airborne NORAD.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, maybe it's because I haven't played enough clown games, because you'd figure... Maybe this is like a Vietnam deck, you know?
Were the Canadians
Oh, there
involved in
couldn't be.
Vietnam? I'm not sure.
In a
Maybe.
support capacity, yeah, but I don't
But
think they sent troops.
I don't think there were flying gunships over, like, Vietnamese lines, though.
It ain't me.
I could be wrong, though.
I'm pretty sure there weren't longbows in Vietnam, to be honest with you.
That's what they want you to think.
That's a good point.
Yeah, dude.
Electric Voodoo comes back out, but the tongue is actually off this time, so...
Yeah, lesson learned.
Good.
But the Screjets aren't radar.
Oh my god, you can just turn the tongue on now.
That was 6 damage
The
just from 2
Voodoo.
Screjets. Those Screjets are actually
Yeah,
really...
dude.
They're amazing.
Scratchets have really nice DPS. Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
underrated.
They really are.
They're not even that expensive, only 15
15
points.
points.
Even against infantry and vehicles, they're really good.
Yeah, but I
At
think the
least
infantry
they're good
that...
enough for 15.
Yeah, they only come with VDV and Morskaya, though, right? If I'm not mistaken.
And only VDV, they don't come with Muskai.
Oh yeah, which kind of brings down their cost effectiveness. But still, I mean, what else are you gonna use with VDV BMDs?
Well,
So-
BTRDs, that's basically the only other alternative,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's about, like, do you want the decent IFV or do you just want the cost-effective VDV? That's kind of actually a harder choice than you would think, because, let's be honest, as Soviets, you don't have any cost-effectiveness to begin with.
yeah. That's true. I think this SU-24M is gonna end the game though if it's bang on point. Looks like
That'd be
it
a nice way to
is.
end the game, I think.
It's off by a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, just. Oh, the command squad must be shitting its pants right now.
Nah, they're still calm. How does that work? Please
My entire brigade has been wiped out, but you know,
Yeah, I'm chilling
30
here.
bombs just landed right next to me, but you know, whatever.
And then the truck
What a-
dies next to them and they're instantly shaken. Oh my god,
Hey,
the way
man, it
this
wouldn't be
game
nice
works.
If they kill the Aqua.
The Akula is shaken though, like... Anything could happen.
Nah, it's not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
happen. The command squad's gonna get stunned. That end.
That's the
That
game.
is GG.
What a game. Oh my god.
What a roller coaster. Look at that KD though.
Yeah,
But
that's
that just
impressive.
shows Novel should have ended that 10 minutes ago, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a fair point, but...
I liked it though. I liked it from Senor Fuego. It's very bold. I like that he split off. Like he had all the cheap rocket pod healers on one side, then he had the longbow with the Dapat Scott on the other. But the follow up just wasn't there at the end of the day. And
To be fair,
be
the
honest-
gunships did ruin it for him, because one thing you have to keep in mind is the gunships are slow, and they weren't to move all the way to the edge, and the MI2 did spot them, which prompted a response of like a million Screjets. And another more important thing actually is that prompted the response to go for Echo, which was the game changer in that situation. So I think Fuego kind of played himself, to be honest.
yeah.
But it
Maybe he should have just moved really far back, but that would have just delayed everything even more. And
yeah, that's
at the end
true.
of the day, it's just when you healer rush, you need like relatively fast healers, right? You need stuff like MI17s or just Heinz. And
Yeah.
Heinz, I think, the fastest healers in the game.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, well played by Narwhal and Senor Frago not able to make it happen this time. But I think that's all for this time, right?
Yep, it is. And stick around. We will be having another episode going up on Faust channel, so make sure you go and subscribe over there. And as per usual, keep submitting those games. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.